Hello, hello, hi, gigpreneur. What is going on? Welcome. Happy Monday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi, and I am somebody who used to work 14, 16-hour days in an office 6 days a week, often 7 days a week until my pancreas quit on me and left me unemployable without any other plans to fall back on. Well, now I help folks to start a side gig online and grow it using social media. So if that resonates with you, whether you're serious or curious, drop the word me in the comments and I got you. I'll get back with you after this live. What is going on with my little shading going on over here, folks? Let's see if we can turn on the other light for. Let's do this. Oh, right. You may not have heard of this terminology, but I know you know of the act. And the terminology is called strategic generosity. Now, got to be very careful with strategic generosity because it could be translated wrong. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a few examples of this, and this works in all realms of life. Um, it's understanding the relationship between humans and how to build a relationship, a favorable relationship, right? Not one that sucks, obviously. So here's a couple examples for you. Now, in the world of real estate, you want to be careful depending where you are, what state you're in. So what I share with you, you want to be careful with this because I think some things have changed in this realm. But let's just say, I hope that you take the example and you place it properly in your life. So let's say, for example, somebody's a realtor and they close their first sale and they get a commission of $7,000, right? It's a nice little chunk of change. Comes home, says to the husband, "Hey, listen, I want to take everybody in the office out to lunch. I mean, I had a big check." Husband says, "Pause for a second. Why don't you take the homeowner out to lunch and thank them, for giving you a try?" Wife says, "All right." That next day, she takes the clients out to lunch. Well, a week passes by, and that client refers her another client. Gets to sell that house to the new client, makes a whopping $12,000. Comes back to the husband and says, "Hey, listen, should I take this client out to lunch?" Husband says, "Hey, I'll tell you what, why don't you skip lunch and just give him a check for 6 grand or something like that, just something nice." Now, again, you want to be careful with where you are, what state you are. You want to check these so there's no laws against them. So says, okay, she does that, and within a couple of more weeks, she gets a couple more clients from this second client. Makes another 24 G's from those clients. I'll give you another example. Let's say, for example, you go to a mechanic for oil change or for tune up or whatever you go to. And every time you go, let's say you take a six pack, a cold six pack of whether it's beer or it's iced tea or it's Pepsi or soda, whatever it may be, you take a cold six pack to the mechanic every time you go. Do you think he's going to pay a little bit more attention to your car? let's say for another example, let's say you live at a place where parking is a mess. Like you work at a place where parking is a mess, right? There's no assigned parking. Let's say every day, every morning, that you get to work, you get to the office, you get a bag of trail mix or something, a nice cup of coffee or something, and you give it to the guy responsible for the parking. You think it'll have an effect on him after a while to save you maybe a spot, right? Now, you may think, oh, well, that's wrong. That's bribery. Well, I disagree. This is strategic generosity. See, bribery is more under the table. Nobody needs to know. This is open to everybody. You're not breaking a law by getting a cup of coffee to that guy every day, right? You're not. So if you're not, hello, how you doing? Thank you for the loves. I appreciate it, Candace. So you're not breaking a law because everybody else can do the same thing. Everybody can bring a cup of coffee to this guy. Now, the reality of it is they see you do it. Some people will say it's not like you're gonna, hey, I'm gonna give you a cup of coffee. It's not like that. Every morning you get out of your car, you're like, good morning, boom. Now, I'll give you a live example. I used to be in the mortgage industry. A lot of you know. I was in the mortgage industry for the longest time. Now, I used to be at my desk at 5:55 a.m. ready to take what's called live transfer calls. And these are very good, high quality calls, which means these folks were actually interested in doing a refinance and they were calling in themselves. So these were hot leads, right? Well, every morning for about a year and a half about 2 years that I worked in that office, every morning I got the girls downstairs, or two girls downstairs. I got them breakfast every morning, dropped it at the desk, and went upstairs ready at 5:55 to take the calls. Right? You think after a while, I was loved more? Yeah, I was loved more. Now, we had when I left, there were 557 agents on the floor, and I was the only one who did it. Now, some other agents would buy them like lunches and stuff like that. Like maybe even I remember a couple of people got them like spa treatments and things like that. I was just consistent. I bought them breakfast every morning, right? So if you're gonna be generous, it may pay to be strategically generous, which means you do it in a smart way. You don't just be kind and throw your kindness away. You don't throw your generosity away. You actually put it to use where both parties are at win here, right? And it goes back to human psychology and how you build that relationship with that other person, right? For example, people would join my team and I would send them a thank you card. I would send them a birthday card. I would send them these little things here and there, t-shirts and stuff like that. Strategic generosity. Why? I love to build that relationship with them, give them love, make sure that they understand they are loved, they are appreciated, right? And so, again, if you're going to be generous, maybe you should consider being strategically generous and kind so that both people will benefit. So, well, with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. If you're not following me, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads, and I go with Side Gig Sean. If you feel like this is worthy of sharing, you know somebody who can benefit from this, then share it with them. Come on now, tag them to this, share this with them. Let's go. And with that, I am Sean Azimi. I'm somebody who used to work in an office 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, often 7 days a week, until my pancreas quit on me and left me unemployable with nothing to fall back on. That kind of sucked. And now I help folks to start a side gig online and grow it using social media. So if that is you, if that resonates with you, whether you're serious or curious, drop the word me in the comments. And I got you. I'll get back with you after this live and we'll take it from there. And with that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.